Title: Developing an Artistic Vision. Module: Introduction to Fine Art Nude Photography. One of the most common questions asked by beginning photographers is, how do I develop my own style? Behind that question lies something even more important: artistic vision. Artistic vision is not about copying a particular photographer, using expensive equipment, or applying the latest editing techniques. It is about learning to see the world in a way that is uniquely your own. It is the ability to express ideas, emotions, and perspectives through your images. In fine art nude photography, artistic vision matters more than technical perfection. Two photographers can photograph the same model, in the same location, with the same camera settings, and produce completely different results. The difference lies not in the equipment, but in how each photographer sees. Some photographers are drawn to simplicity. They create images that emphasize clean lines, minimal distractions, and quiet emotion. Others are fascinated by drama, contrast, and visual intensity. Some focus on storytelling, while others explore abstraction and form. None of these approaches are right or wrong. They are simply different expressions of artistic vision. Developing vision begins with observation. Before you can create meaningful images, you must learn to notice things that others overlook. Observe how sunlight falls across a wall. Notice how shadows change throughout the day. Pay attention to the shapes created by a hand, a shoulder, or a simple gesture. Great photographers train themselves to see relationships between light, form, and emotion. Many artists spend years studying the work of those who came before them. This is not about imitation. It is about education. By examining the photographs of masters such as Edward Weston, Ruth Bernard, Man Ray, Bill Brandt, and Lucien Clark, you begin to understand how different artists solve creative problems and communicate ideas. However, inspiration should never become imitation. Every photographer starts by learning from others, but growth happens when you begin asking your own questions. What interests you? What themes appear repeatedly in your work? What emotions are you naturally drawn to explore? Some photographers are fascinated by the relationship between the human body and nature. Others explore identity, vulnerability, memory, strength, or transformation. Your artistic vision often emerges from the subjects and ideas that continue to capture your attention over time. One of the biggest obstacles to developing vision is the desire for approval. In today's world, photographers are constantly exposed to social media trends, algorithms, and popularity metrics. It can be tempting to create images simply because they attract attention. But artistic vision requires independence. Sometimes the most meaningful work is not the most popular. Great artists often create images that reflect their personal values and creative curiosity rather than current trends. Experimentation is another essential part of the process. Artistic vision rarely appears overnight. It develops through trial and error. Some ideas will succeed. Others will fail. Every experiment teaches something valuable. The willingness to explore is often more important than the outcome itself. Keeping a visual journal can also be helpful. Save photographs, paintings, films, and artworks that inspire you. Look for patterns. What themes consistently attract your attention? Are you drawn to soft light, or dramatic contrast? Minimalism or complexity? Movement or stillness? These preferences often provide clues about your emerging artistic identity. In fine art nude photography, vision influences every creative decision. It determines how you use light, how you compose an image, how you direct a model, and how you edit the final photograph. Vision is the invisible thread that connects all aspects of the creative process. Perhaps most importantly, artistic vision requires patience. Many photographers spend years refining their voice. There is no shortcut. Vision grows through experience, observation, curiosity, and continuous learning. The good news is that you do not need to discover your entire artistic identity today. Every photograph becomes part of the journey. Each image teaches you something about what resonates with you and what does not. Over time, patterns begin to emerge. Your choices become more intentional. Your work becomes more personal. Eventually, people begin to recognize your photographs not because of the camera you use, but because of the way you see. That is the true goal of artistic vision. Not to photograph the world exactly as it appears, but to reveal the world as you experience it. And when your images begin to communicate that unique perspective, your artistic voice has truly begun to emerge.